Have you ever found yourself surrounded by idiots? Idiots that you work for, idiots that work for you, idiots that you have to work with? Unfortunately, there is some bad news I'm going to give you. What is the common denominator between all those idiots? That would be you. So this lesson is all about figuring out and leveraging the things that annoy you in others to be able to grow in your own development, your own leadership, as well as your own personal development. I learned an important lesson a number of years ago where only things that are in us we can see in others, and that goes for both good things and bad things. The other big piece was that we only feel anger and frustration with things that are an indicator to us as to where we need to put our own work. Because if we were to experience a frustrating action in someone else and we didn't have work to do, then it wouldn't be frustrating. We wouldn't feel any of that friction. The example that I like to use when it comes to figuring out where I need to put my attention for my development, I like to think of myself as a blind man looking for a cut. Imagine I had both arms and I had a cut on one arm and no cut on the other arm. If I was to rub salt on the arm that had no cut on it, I wouldn't feel anything. But as soon as I rubbed salt on the arm that had the cut, my nerves would give me that sensation and that pain to let me know where I needed to put my attention. And so I look at that the same thing when I'm dealing with others around me. If I find something that I find frustrating or angering, that's the sign for me, the big neon arrow telling me where I need to put my attention. Is it that they're in a victim mentality? Is it that they don't hold responsibility well? Is it that they are not being coherent between what they say they're going to do and what they actually do? Every time one of those things come up, and now it can come up, right? I can see and have someone that isn't holding responsibility well, that doesn't trigger me, that doesn't cause me to get angry and frustrated, which puts me in a really good place to help develop them into someone that can hold responsibility better. But if that same situation occurs and they aren't holding responsibility well and I get angry and frustrated, that probably is an indicator that somewhere with me, most likely when it comes to creating the environment for them to hold responsibility, I'm not holding responsibility either. So that's the sign. If you're surrounded by idiots, most likely you're the one that needs to do the work.